story for you. It's another old one, but a really good one. It takes place long ago in a kingdom far away from here. You see, there was once a miller. Now, a miller is somebody who grinds up grain to make it into flour. The miller was a pretty good man, but he had an unfortunate habit of exaggerating the truth, stretching the truth, and sometimes just lying. And the miller had a daughter, very, very beautiful, clever, wonderful young lady who he loved dearly. And unfortunately for him and his daughter, his love for her got him and the daughter into a bit of trouble. For you see, not content with just telling his friends and family about the daughter's real qualities, he decided to stretch the truth and exaggerate how wonderful she really was. One day, the miller, after getting a bit too merry in the pub, decided to tell a lie which would haunt him and his daughter for a very long time. He said that his daughter was so wonderful that she could spin straw into gold. She would take a blade of straw like this, put it through her spinning wheel, and out the other end would come solid gold. Now, of course, the miller's daughter had no idea how to do this. And of course, this story didn't stay a secret for very long. Pretty soon, the whole of the kingdom had heard the tale of the wonderful young lady who could turn straw into gold. And after not that long at all, word of this reached the king. Now, the king was not a very nice man. Powerful, strong, but iron-willed, and not a man who would suffer fools gladly or easily forgive someone. So he summoned the miller, he summoned the daughter, and he said to them, "Mr. Miller, I will give you this sack of coins if your daughter will come and work for me." Now, without thinking, the miller immediately said yes. The daughter was swept away by some guards and taken to a tower. This tower was dark and cold, and all there was in it was straw and her spinning wheel. Now, the daughter didn't know what to do. She knew of the king's temper and knew that if she wasn't successful in turning the straw into gold, there was a very good chance that the king would come along and chop off her head. But she couldn't turn straw into gold, no more than I can or you can. So she sat by the spinning wheel and began to cry. And she said, "Oh, I wish somebody would come, some wonderful person would come and teach me how to turn straw into gold." And just like that, all of a sudden, the one window in the tower flew open, and there stood a tiny little man. "Good evening," he said. "Can I be of service?" "Who are you?" "Who am I is not important. It is what I can do for you that's important, and what you can do for me." "Well," said the miller's daughter, "I would like somebody to teach me how to spin straw into gold." "Oh, a trifling matter. I could do it with my eyes closed. I could do it with one hand behind my back, my lips glued shut, and all my hair cut off." "Okay, well, show me then," said the miller's daughter. A fair price for this I demand." "What do I have to give you that you would like?" said the miller's daughter. "Well, that necklace around your neck seems mighty fine. Perhaps you could give me that." "Of course, it's only an old necklace. You can have this." And with that, the little man jumped into action. Right, he said, first you get the gold, then you get the spinning wheel, and you thread it through like this, and soon enough, gold was coming out of the other end of the wheel. Now, Miller's daughter thought, this little man makes it look so easy, but how am I to do it? Concentrate, said the little man. Think of the person you will be when one day you have learnt to spin gold. Imagine the straw already contains everything it needs in it to become this precious gold, and it will come to you easily. So the miller's daughter listened to his instructions. She thought hard about what would happen if she didn't spin the straw into gold, and what would happen if she did spin the straw into gold. She thought about how the straw had once been grass, had once contained within it life, and now, although it was seeming like it was dead and dry, it was still something that horses could turn into energy, something that could help the ground recover after being ploughed. And so she picked up a piece of straw, put it through the spinning wheel, and out the other end came gold. Now the guards of the castle came the very next day, expecting to find a very sad young lady, a spinning wheel that had been left untouched, and a big bundle of straw still in the room. And yet when they opened the door, they were amazed to see it glint and shine. It was real gold. Now this gold was immediately taken to the king. The king said, "Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. This is fantastic. You will do this for me again." The miller's daughter said, "Yes, I think I could manage it again." Now, the next day, the miller's daughter tried to spin the straw into gold, and she could see a few sparkles in the straw, but it was still very much straw. "Have I lost this power?" she wondered. "And what will become of me? I really like my head attached to my neck. I hope the king is kind to me." "Hello," said a familiar voice. "It's me again." "Oh, little man," said the miller's daughter, "please help. I seem to have lost the power to turn this into gold." "Nonsense, my dear," said the little man. "This power is still inside you, I see it clearly, but perhaps it needs a little coaxing out. Tell you what, I will teach you again in exchange for perhaps the ring around your finger."